Hi everyone, I hope you're having a brilliant day. It's Esther here from the Gold Coast, Australia. I know we sort of finished this, but I wanted to do a short video just to show you when you think you've finished, you can do more. Now, because this paper wasn't actually white, it was sort of a greyish colour, I didn't have white at the time. So what I did was I bought a new white Posca pen and I filled in a few areas which I wanted, like these areas here. Put some white dots around the waves there. And these circles here I filled in with this white pen. Now, I see that the tail seems to have vanished in the chaos. So the tail, for me, is very important for this creature to jump out of the water. So I want to highlight the tail as much as everything else. So I wasn't quite sure what to do with the tail to make it completely pop. But what I've decided to do, so there's two ways of doing it. Because there's white there, if you do it really dark underneath, like that, you see that? It's shining. That's not good. So this is the wrong pencil. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pen, my 10 liner, and I'm going to go underneath the tail here. So I mean, this creature has jumped right out of the water. So I think it's very important that the tail stands out as much as everything else in this magnificent creature. I keep saying magnificent creature, but that's how I feel. He's just absolutely glorious. And I think by doing dark underneath, it'll highlight the tail more than if we just left it. I'm going to go out here and fill that in with black. Let me see if I go in a little bit like that, and you can see what I'm doing. So just when you think you've come to the end of your picture, you need to take a long, hard look at it to see what else you can do to make it really stand out. So I've decided to do these underneath the tail more, so that the tail actually becomes a feature as well. And then I've got my white Posca pen here. I'll just test it on a little piece of paper to see that it's working properly. I always test them. And I'll put some more white lines here, which will make the tail even further stand out. I'll do a line here. Fill in that black spot, make it a white spot. In fact, I'll put a few white spots here to draw the eye in to the tail. How does that look? Yep, I can see that's coming up now. some white lines here, just to highlight this tail here. There's that box, so that stands out a bit further, I think. Yeah, I'm happy with that. What I'll do is I'll just do some white lines here, which will draw the eye even further to his tail. When it's dry, you can go over these white lines until they really pop. Right, now, because the page was grey, the paper was slightly grey to me. So I want to make the waves stand out a little bit further. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some white lines here with my white Posca pen. Now, unfortunately, it's not showing white. What I'm going to do is get my Kiki K white, see that it's working, and I'll make some white lines here. So you want these lines to be really white. Come on, come on, pen. I'm not very happy with you. Yeah, it is showing white. Let's try that again. So I just want to bring in a little bit more white in this area so that it's not quite as dark. Just highlighting it a bit more by putting in a few white lines here. That's not coming out. So we go back to the Posca pen, see if we can get that to work a little bit. I want really white lines here. That's it. There you see. And it just highlights this area a little bit more until you're satisfied that there's enough white in this area to show that it is the sea and the waves have been churned up by being jumped out of like this. So exactly the same as I did with the black pen, I'm just doing some white lines as well with the white Posca pen. You can use any pen that comes out nice and white, just to highlight this area here. It's being churned up by this creature jumping out of the water. Oh, that looks better already. Now I'll put some white in here to highlight this fin that seems to have been shaded in. Because when you're working with pencil, you're rubbing in that area. So what I'll do is I'll just highlight a little bit of white here. Same goes with this fin that's on the outside. To highlight a bit of the area. Why isn't this pen working? Always test your pen to see that the ink is coming out. There it comes. I only just bought this white Posca pen yesterday, so the ink should be flowing beautifully. So this is just the touches that you do at the end of a picture, whether you're painting a picture or drawing a picture, whatever medium you're using. The end bits, and these are some of the most important parts because this is what's going to highlight everything and make everything shine out, as it were, and hit you in the face. Bear in mind that this is the bulk of the fish here. So these spots here that have gone grey, simply because they've been touched by my hand when I'm working. So I'm going to go over them so that they stick out. And if you go over the black line, once your Posca pen the ink is completely dry, you can go in with your black pen and just go over the black lines if you wish. Might be a good idea. But all I'm doing is I'm trying to highlight this area because this is the part of the fish that's the bulkiest. So where that's in shading, this area is not shaded. Yeah, it's sticking out more. That's exactly the impression I wanted to give. It gives you a little bit more work, but these are the finishing touches that make it. Gives it a three-dimensional look, and that's the look that you want. And also the skin is glinting. In the sun. And then this fin, which I have on camera. This fin, I'll put a few lines here just so that it sticks out. And this, what I'm doing now, will make the world of difference to the end result. Look at that. Look at that. That's shining now. But much more than it was before. So, isn't that looking absolutely gorgeous? Right, and then you look at your work and you think, well, what else can I do? What else can I do that would make it absolutely pop? You can overwork, yes, you can, but we're not overworking here. All we're doing is making everything feel better. And when you feel better, it'll show in your work. Definitely, it'll show in your work. And then I just want to bring some white into that tail there. else do you think it needs a bit of highlight? I know exactly where, down this area here needs to be white. See, it certainly makes a difference. Whenever I'm doing a painting or a drawing, whatever I do, I spend at least an hour, 2 hours, sometimes go back after a week. What else can I do to perfect this? Which is what I'm showing you what to do now. And never think your work is actually finished. It's only finished when you're absolutely satisfied that you've done everything. So, we've made that pop more, haven't we? Let's have a look. And sometimes you can only see it when you scroll out. Now, I know all that pencil is shading. Let me try and bring it up. No, I don't want the shade to, I mean the pencil to shine. Oh, and I highlighted the eye a little bit too. You'll see that without it. So that was putting the final touches. And the light is not good. Let's see if I can put something underneath it and turn it at an angle. Oh no. Done. What have I done? Excuse me a moment. That there. And hold it at an angle. Can't actually see. That's the angle that you can see all the shadowing. That's the angle that you can see the shadowing. Because I'm looking through my phone now. I've got it at a slight angle so you can see the shading and the highlights that we've done with a white Posca pen. That pen now, the tail now sticks out further. And that's your final Marlin. No more work to be done. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me again. And I hope this final one has been beneficial to you. Show the highlights that need to be done. When you think you've finished, you haven't. Until you've looked at it again a day later. Love that face. I love the face. Sorry, that's the wind blowing. My fan that I've got going. It's bloody hot here. Of course. Thank you for watching. And thank you for joining me today. I'll speak to you next time. Bye for now.